It's morphin' time! Hello, this is Soundout here, and welcome to my first live reaction to something. This is, when I've done videos before talking and reacting to stuff, it's been pictures, stuff I may have seen, stuff I may not have seen. In terms of this is actually going to be me watching something as it's happening and reacting to it. And I've never really done that before. I've watched a lot of reactions, but I haven't actually done that. Today we're going to be reacting to the Hasbro Pulse Marvel Legends Fanstream for September 16th. It's currently 4 minutes till we start, so I may cut some of this. I just want to give myself time. But we're going to be watching this live, because it's happening here at, what's 9 a.m. for me. A little early. But they are revealing the Marvel Legends Haslab for Ghost Rider today. And that's great, because I'm going to be out of town when PulseCon is happening. So it's like, I'm glad it's not a PulseCon reveal like I had sort of predicted. And if you want to watch my predictions to see how on or off track I was for this Haslab, you can check out that video. That's why I'm doing this. That one was quite successful. But essentially, I was like, let's just react to it live. I'm excited that it's happening now and not in a couple weeks for PulseCon, because I'm in town, I can do videos on it. So yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing what we're going to see today. I don't know how long this video is going to be. We're going to find out together. Ignore the weird-looking beard thing I got going on. That's for another video, and you will learn more about that in October. So subscribe and hit the notification bell to find out why I'm looking like this all of a sudden. And this is for a video. And in general, get excited for October, because we got all kinds of stuff happening as part of what I'm calling currently the Big October Project. It's got official names and everything, but I'm not saying anything until it happens. But the Big October Project is coming, and look forward to that, and then you can figure out why I decided to not shave for a month. But in terms of everything like that, yeah, I mean, at this point, I'm just going to promote and say, hey, check out other videos on the channel. Love Marvel Legends. I've got the rundown from last year that showed off every single figure, and we'll do another one this year. There's also a collection tour that a lot of people watched in comparison to that rundown. So there's that Hasbro headquarters music. I like the Fanstream title better than like Fan First Friday or whatever. It just works better.
Hello and welcome to the Stuff of
I like all the Ghost Riders in the background.
Marvel Legends Fanstream.
Like, is that the first appearance of a Mighty Mug in years in Hasbro stuff?
And we've got the man in the middle, Dwight, in product design.
That's nice to see them all together.
Thanks, man. What's up, guys?
The three of us carpooled into the office today. It's a momentous occasion. It's the first time that we've all streamed together in the same physical space.
The trio is back at it again.
Nice.
Engine of Vengeance, Robbie Reyes. Yep. Oh, look at that. Ah, the engine. Oh, it has lights. It said product doesn't include sound effects. Oh my God. Yes. Look at it. Look at all the fire. 18.5 inches long. Oh. Yep. LED lights. Yes. Light up wheels and in the engine. Oh, that looks so good. His headrest lights up, so it lights up his head. Oh my God. That's fantastic. Oh, does everything come off? Ah, swappable tires. Oh, that's awesome. Oh, this is amazing. This is the coolest car ever. Yes. All right, good functional wheels. I'd expect that. Turning wheels. That's a plus. Doors open. Looks like you can fit at least 2 figures in there. Oh, you could probably fit something in that trunk. All right, what else we got? Okay, yeah, no, the details are great. Yeah, no, I'd expect all that to be decked out. I love the stick having the Ghost Rider helmet. The seats are adjustable? Oh, there's the chains and the weapons. $349.99 by October 31st. Oh crap. They did an early bird civilian Robbie. 9,000 backers, that's a good amount. That's not like the 14,000 for Galactus or whatever it was. Wow. 350. I think we were all going like, oh, you'll probably be like 300. Oh, that was a tease for Blackheart, wasn't it?
Okay, after many months of hard development, we are finally ready to go on the highway to hell with Robbie Reyes, Engine of Vengeance, Haslab, and a wise tree once said, the only thing that matters is who's behind the wheel. So let's take a closer look.
That looks great. That looks great on the prototype.
Great.
Tell us about
proof of concept
this
model.
awesome Robbie Reyes Ghost Rider figure.
So Robbie here is a, what you'd come to expect from current Marvel Legends. He has double pinless
everything.
Legs.
That's good.
He is a little bit slighter in build, a little bit smaller,
New mold,
as Robbie should be. He comes with the alternate hair pieces, the tall outside of the car high fire.
Oh, so he's got swappable fire hair.
That's
amazing.
When he is in the car's driver's seat. And Robbie comes with 3 auto tools that you can just swap out with his hands without the chain. And then he's got a spike ball peen hammer and a crowbar that is attached.
I like the metal chain.
So you can
I don't like plastic chains for Ghost Riders because they always end up melting.
The chain is actual real metal, so it can move around on you, which is kind of cool. It allows
I'm loving it.
Multiple different poses.
I have like
or wrap up,
personal attachment and love for this, so it's very excited.
Beat down on that given day.
All right, so now let's put the pedal to the metal and take a closer look at Robbie's muscle car.
Yes, let's look at the car.
What's better than a new car smell? Right, guys?
I wonder if the 350 price is because this thing's going to have a lot of tiers for
glossy
for extra figures. So I've noticed that's what causes the Haslabs to creep up. But is that?
There's going to be a lot. Get ready.
Galactus was 400.
This is first stage of hell mode. All right, we've got.
I like how they're calling it hell mode. They're really leaning into it. It's great.
And we have fire on both his rear and forward.
That looks great, though. I mean, like,
we have the blower with the fire effect.
I know it's not that hard to necessarily make a black car with fire, but like they really did a good job with it. That looks
Engine of Vengeance.
Looks really good.
And when you press down on the blower, boom, you get your first stage of illumination.
That's rad.
And there are multiple stages of illumination for this.
Okay, it's multiple LED stages like they did the Galactus
mode,
and Sentinel.
The lights light up, and you can see how the awesome fire goes through the tires.
I'm already sold. I mean, I was already sold when they said Haslab Ghost Rider, but I'm already sold.
And there is a little light on the back of his headrest. When
all the lights and stuff, I think, is what's making this really.
We're still working through.
It's probably part of the prices, but then also like
an LED behind the headrest of Robbie will illuminate to get his hair also glowing like it's on fire. So you'll not only have the outside of the car glowing, but the inside as well for the driver.
I hope they reveal the tiers thing, because I think
so if you want
if the tiers are other characters that we haven't gotten, like Blackheart, because I think that's who they teased at the end there.
Press it again, and there'll be kind of a
the tiers are going to push this one,
kind
of like how Galactus got pushed by the tiers. So I'm curious to see how this goes. I hope we get the early bird, but they're not talking about it at the moment, but I hope they do.
So what you see here on screen right now is Robbie with his low burn hair. This is the alternate hairpiece.
That looks like a very spacious car. A lot of
he's got 2
6-inch action figures have a lot of. They're very cramped inside the cars. I got Batmobiles where Batman barely fits.
Left to right.
So that looks like it's comfy.
The tires move left to right. They are not linked together. That is something that you have to just do manually.
And then I think this was an awesome touch, the light up headrest by Dwight and the Haslab design team, because it's a really magical effect. It's kind of hard to see.
I'm curious how noticeable the bulb will be for the light up headrest.
Of the headrest has an LED in it, so you don't really.
It looks like it lights up even his eyes.
Off mode.
Display these things, and you amazing toy photographers figure out ways to light all that stuff yourselves, and you do an amazing job with it. But with this being Haslab, with this being our third,
talk about toy photographers being good at lighting
really
things.
Make sure
I don't do toy photography as much. I do toy videos, so I love it when they pre-install lights and stuff.
The car itself is absolutely amazing, and it looks fantastic. But Robbie needs to have a little bit of that love on him as well, and that's where we kind of thought that one little LED, while it's,
that looks nice. That's a nice looking car.
One little light does a lot of magic to bring the fantasy of this to life, and it only works on the driver's side seat where he would be seated.
When did they switch the parts? I didn't even notice. Like, when do they actually switch it from the fire mode to the regular car?
Hopefully, a really awesome way to represent Robbie.
And it was a smart solution too, because we have put in the past LEDs in figures, right? But that actually, to do that, then the figure needs to have a battery.
I am glad the light's not in, Robbie. That was a good call, because that
to accommodate everything.
Because anytime they put a light in a figure, it's going to just destroy the torso for articulation and stuff.
Kind of sculpted, right?
So it's nice that it's in the car instead. That works good.
I want to say, so that light just really hits it awesome. So 20 LEDs.
20 LEDs?
In the 4 tires, the engine, and in the tailpipes.
20 LEDs. That's insane.
Okay, so a lot of LEDs, and we were so excited.
That's great, but that's insane.
Let's just go back a sec to talk about the stats.
They keep switching between the fire version and the non-fire.
18.5 inches long.
Yep.
I think 7.5
This is live,
wide,
but it's
and
is it live?
Tall,
I don't know. They're not
scale,
switching
the
that thing
proper
fast enough.
I
don't think.
For this,
I think they
car
recorded
within
this
the
ahead of
Legends
time. We're
universe,
just watching
it's
it live.
slightly oversized,
Just like me.
Because it's Marvel and it's badass to be a little bit more impressive, and because of our action figures aren't a real human, they don't flex and bend quite like we do. So we had to make a few kind of adjustments to the overall.
I hope we can fit other figures in there. I hope Robbie's not the only one that squeezes in.
And anybody that you'd want to put in the passenger seat, or most of anybody you'd want to put on the passenger seat.
We need a new Blade Marvel Legends so we can have him writing in it like from the Avengers comic.
You know, I think it'll you'll be able to find space for it on your shelves. It's not.
It's still shelfable.
Yeah,
I mean we know that's an important thing for you guys who are collecting these bigger.
They say it's shelfable,
figures, right? We've done a couple of them.
This thing's gonna live on my floor.
But this is still shelfable, so you can have this thing sitting on any of your, normal kind of.
I don't have any
bookshelf.
None of these shelves are deep enough.
You won't have any issues, so it'll go right along with previous Haslabs as well.
I need new shelves for Marvel Legends. That's a fact. I mean, it's.
All right, so some of the fans might be
curious running out of room.
How the new Engine of Vengeance compares to previous.
Oh, yeah, they brought out Johnny Blaze.
Items. Dwight, take him through it.
Sure. So we have Johnny Blaze on his.
Oh, I love the pulsating lights.
And
oh, that's cool.
Robbie on the.
No wonder it's got 20 LEDs.
Of the Engine of Vengeance 2022. So the car is amazing. It's massive. It's got all of the LED pulsing love.
It looks like Robbie balances well on top of the car, but doesn't include like a stand,
to your collection,
which is something I kind of predicted.
And we got one, amazing product here. So let's do it.
Oh, it looks good.
That looks fire.
I've been waiting for this figure for years. This is what I've wanted for so long.
On the marketing side, at least, we always monitor kind of the chat, and we were thinking about what the next Haslab concept should be. And so, Dan, what makes you most excited about doing a vehicle for the very first time on Haslab?
Yeah, I think we love to always switch things up and surprise everybody. I think after Galactus and after Sentinel, everybody assumed we're going to do another huge.
I am glad it's
figure,
not another third gigantic figure that gets a little repetitive.
Always try to surprise
the vehicle option was good, and doing a car is
and
way easier, like Fantastic Car,
yeah,
like X-Jet.
I personally love Robbie
I don't think they can
Reyes,
ever do the
so
X-Jet properly because it'd just be too big.
Marvel,
Ties into the Ghost Rider anniversary as well. That's definitely a factor they're not talking about.
For us, if you guys like the vehicles, there's other vehicles too further down the line. So
it looks fantastic. Like just sitting there with the lights off, it looks great. The fire is dynamic.
Speaking of display, there's some added features here which we're going to talk through next. We're calling them the Brimstone Risers. So Dwight, take them through how these display pieces work and how you can really add it to the setup here.
Right. We were also, this was also a new project that we worked with a new team, right? We had
new
partners on the Haslab team help us with this. And
because there's a Haslab team. I've heard this mentioned a couple times, like the Hiss Tank.
Things of their own to kind of plus this
and
up.
So apparently they have a new Haslab team.
Risers. So these are multi-use pieces that you can put behind either the front or the rear tires. So pretend you want him burning out. You can just lift the back end, pop them under the tires. The fire trails go
that's
right in
rad.
place. And now you've got a rear wheel drive.
It's like posing options for a car.
Burning out, right?
I dig it.
You can also move these up to the front, and you can pretend that the front of the car, the engine is really firing up. I can't see if I got it under there.
Squeakiness of the table.
So you got him slightly ramping up here, and you have all of the heat from the Hell engine blowing down underneath the car, kind of burning out around the tires as well. So,
and the lights glow through it. Oh, that's cool.
So you can
that's really cool.
Kind of
I like the fire options a lot. I think that gives it adds to. I mean, otherwise it's just a black car, so the fire options are great.
Dan mentioned he's a big fan of the comic, and I read it as well. And I think what's really cool about this version of Ghost Rider, Robbie, is the transformation.
Oh, now they're going to talk about the Robbie figure.
He's just a normal
because they showed that in the teaser.
He's got a sweet car, but as we come to find that it is possessed by the evil spirit of Eli Morrow, and then it kind of transforms the car and him into the Ghost Rider. And so what this awesome Engine of Vengeance does is it has dual modes.
Is the Hell mode, right? And we're going to take this to a street legal mode. So the first thing you want to pop off is the flaming
that
bar.
removes quickly and easily.
Right off nice and simple, and you drop in a nice metal version of that. So boom. So that's fixed. Fire coming out of the exhaust. Remove it.
I'm glad they're showing us how this works, and they got a working model of how this transitions.
Boom, fixed. And then we're gonna spin this around just to cheat a little bit,
tires.
Because the tires, where's the fire for the tires? The extra fire? Thanks. So, front and rear tires also have fire that just pop right off. They're keyed right to the wheel wells. And when you pull those off, the
so they're just the rims. They're not the actual, like...
And then you can replace them with the street legal.
Okay, so it's just the tire part that switches to give them the orange fire effect.
So it's really easy for you to know which one goes where, and it won't be confusing. And once you pop
them
off,
smart. So the back tire is bigger than the front tires, which is accurate, and also makes it easy to not forget where to swap them.
Because this is the first time we've done a premium vehicle, and it's totally badass. But we also know there's a lot of people out there that just love awesome cars, and this is the...
They saw what the Sky Striker did by just being an awesome plane model, and we're like, we need to make sure it's an awesome car, too.
Or Hell mode, which is a pretty cool variation.
I like the license plate being Eli Morrow.
Street Mel, you'll see what it's going to look
like
in
touch.
final production. There's a few little minor modifications still to be made to this presentation model, so Dwight, just remind everyone what's going on here.
Yeah, the big thing you might notice is on the front end of our car has an orange grille. In production, it'll be a translucent silver gray grill. That way, the car looks both.
So the grill's not swappable; it's just translucent, down, so it'll have the light shine
nice
through.
Kind of grayed out lens, and then when you power it up, the orange LEDs will still power the grill, and you'll get this fiery kind of effect. Because the underside of the grill actually has like fire sculpted into it, which you can't see very well here, but it's an extra little kind of detail that's pretty sweet to bring the idea that this guy's engine is burning with hellfire, which is, I mean, that's just awesome.
Yeah, no. And then one thing I really loved is the actual interior details as well, Dwight.
Oh, interior
shout out
details.
To that team again for designing a lot of the car portions. But do you want to take us through the insides too? Because the insides are pretty awesome.
Oh wow, they got all the pedals in there.
We have multiple pedals in this thing. We have
even
the
like
clutch,
the windshield or the.
We have the gas, which is all what you need. You have a stick
the window,
shift with
the window crank,
kind of a miniature version of Robbie's skull on the.
All of the floor mats too are all detailed.
You can, pretend like you're in there driving this thing, dropping it from first, second, third, fourth. So it's got the speedometer, it's got a odometer, it has a old style radio, which is kind of fun since this is a classic.
I like it. I like the details.
And
details are nice.
It has like seats that Robbie's seat will slide forward and back so you to get him inside there easier. The passenger seat actually can pop out. Which
you can remove the passenger seat. Okay.
You to take the seat out to put
that might work out for some figures that may be a little taller.
Car.
You just take
so
the seat out.
If you've ever been in a muscle car, there's not a lot of room in the back, but there is technically a back bench seat which you can throw a body across, or it's got a couple speakers in the back window that you can see, as well as all the details that you'd expect on the inside.
I want to recreate that issue where Robbie's just driving Blade and Man thing everywhere.
To the window.
Need a new Blade Marvel Legend. The current one's terrible. It's a very nice looking car. The lights definitely help, and the details are pretty great.
Even a functioning trunk, which pops open, which is nice. That you can store, all of his accessories. Thank you, Ryan. Extra.
I wonder if you can fit a body in the
tires
trunk.
Can maybe one tire.
We'll test it when we get it, I guess.
Great place to store Robbie's accessories so you don't lose them. His extra little.
Otherwise, the
accessories. Head
accessories.
sculpt there, and yeah, up to 3 figures can fit inside with the movable seats to help everyone kind of fit in there. Of course, the doors, both sides open, and we can get.
Okay, they did say 3 figures, including the back, so that's pretty good.
This street mode. Do you want to show them the underside of the car? Can we show that real quick?
Is, like I said, the whole thing is fully thought out, guys, which is cool. It's just got lots of detail that you'd expect if you were ever to roll a car. And
that's the underside of a car.
Roll this car, and the front tires also.
Okay, so they do have like a little piston, so they work in tandem.
So another kind of fun little extra piece.
Okay, so here's a good lineup. Full base offering. And
all that fire.
With it. We need 9,000 backers by
I'm
October
in,
31st,
but I hope a lot of other people are in too, because I really want this.
Which seems like an appropriate date. Pyrotechnic pumpkins, ghastly ghouls, spooky skeletons,
I guess it's the usual 45-day
demons,
window.
and wicked witches. Look forward to a very happy Halloween. You guys know by now how this works. Haslab's simple. You make choices. And you
make choices and you don't look back.
Yeah, Vengeance is available to back right this second, and then it will be gone in 45 days.
I'm sorry, did you say this is the base offering? This isn't like 3 stretch goals worth of stuff out here?
Stretch goals?
That's right. That's right, guys, because we didn't want to make the fire pieces, the risers, the alternate street mode package. we didn't want to make those tiered unlocks. You just get that right from the jump.
They just threw shade at the Rancor by just saying, look, we included everything in the base package.
So everything related to the car, you'll get here. Now, there's more. This is a
All right, talk about tiers. I want to know about tiers.
So let's talk about a really fun new component that some of the other teams have tried, and
we're
doing
doing
it for the first time for Marvel.
Early bird.
We are doing an early bird special. So what does that mean, guys? So
early bird again.
So that means if we fully fund the base offering at 9, which
they
is
did an early bird
backers,
figure for the Hiss tank for G.I. Joe, and it funded within hours.
Time from today, so that
you
is
promise people
Friday,
an extra figure,
September
and you'll get them to back at the
23rd
beginning instead of the end.
p.m. Eastern Time, the very end of Friday. We will
Let's see
unlock
this.
an additional 6-inch Marvel Legends figure because we know that fans love the figures. So Dwight, take them through the early bird.
Oh wow, they have a plastic one. I thought it'd just be a render.
So while Ghost Rider is obviously super important, we've been talking a lot about Robbie. And,
he looks great.
Well,
everyone back this one.
Tricked out
or at least 9,000 backers. I don't care.
Robbie Reyes
that is cool.
So what you get here for Robbie is
getting civilian figures is very
Ghost
rare,
Rider,
but he has such a great look that it makes a perfect
painted
figure.
With his gray jeans, some tennis shoes, his white pulled back hoodie.
Looks all new.
Likeness on Robbie is
awesome. They probably reused like the
torso,
torso, part of the arms from the
It's got
other one.
the gauges through his left and right ear. It's got the scar through his right eyebrow.
That looks amazing.
All the little details.
If you have $350 and you want a really cool looking car, help me get a Robbie Reyes civilian figure.
This isn't just extra parts for Ghost Rider. This is an entirely different
that's awesome.
Added figure.
With different boots and shoes.
Different shoes, painted out gray pants.
His legs are maybe too muscular, but it's fine. It's just the Marvel Legends aesthetic. Everyone is really muscular.
Which is awesome and obviously needed for Robbie. And there you go, an awesome.
I want the early bird figure.
Robbie Reyes.
Please happen.
I need my
Make it happen.
Robbie Reyes. So I need 9,000 backers. I need your support for.
I'm with Dan. I'm like, please.
Robbie Reyes for
backers.
Ryan, what else?
Make it happen.
So that's by
1 week.
1 week from now, September 23rd,
Oh, man.
guys. The squeaky wheel
I hope that goes
gets
off.
the grease.
I hope this works.
So
I hope this goes well.
focus on
I want that
making
figure.
this happen together. Dan needs Robbie in his collection. I do too. This way you have.
This is such a great
both
package.
Ghost
Even if we
Rider
just
and
get the
Robbie
early
ready
bird
to go,
figure,
depending on
that
which
would
mode
be
you have your
amazing.
Engine of
But,
Vengeance in. So we're clearly
They're gonna tell us
excited
any
for
other
this
tiers, I don't
campaign
think, today.
as part of this, and thanks to Jesse Falcon and the team over at Marvel for making it happen. But they connected us with Felipe Smith and Trad Moore, the creative force, the writer and artist behind the creation of Robbie Reyes, who first appeared in Marvel Comics in 2014, and I was lucky enough to have a quick little chat with them. We ended up having a great interview, and so we're going to play right now.
Interview with creative people.
A quick little snippet from my chat with Felipe and Trad. Let's see what
I
they
want to
thought
see
about the Engine of Vengeance.
They loved making this character. I love bringing the comic creators in to show them stuff.
Robbie Reyes
It's
Ghost
great.
Rider for the first time.
Because Marvel doesn't pay them enough. I may end up cutting this segment because I'm probably just going to listen to the interview.
So taking it all back to the comics, there's one final little touch that we put on the item thanks to your suggestion. So there is a custom vanity license plate that fans will see. And
I noticed it before they mentioned it.
And numbers, so I'll just tell all the fans what it is, and maybe you guys can explain the backstory to that. So 3L1
Eli Mara.
MRW. What could that possibly mean?
And the one we came up with, it was 3L1 MRW, which is Eli Morrow, which is the source of all the Ghost Rider's power. It's the spirit of Eli.
That was a cool little
Big
interview,
thanks
but I'm
to
probably
Felipe
cutting
and
most of
Trad
it just
for
because I
spending
didn't
some time
have
with us.
hardly
We
any
actually sat down
reactions
for
to
a
it.
while, so the extended
Video
interview,
stuff.
if you want to hear, you looking forward to those tiers? Don't spoil it, but just give them some hype.
Definitely. We have a few
tiers.
Additional tiers of the demonic persuasion that may or may not directly tie to Robbie, but might look awesome on your shelf. And they're probably figures that we would never ever offer.
Get a fire extinguisher.
Blackheart, Mephisto,
any other
Vengeance.
Way. So if you like your demons, you just might want to listen.
They're saying they're demons. I don't think they're Ghost Riders. I think I was off on that.
How far can we go and unlock some
saying demons?
Amazing
Blackheart, Mephisto, and Vengeance, maybe.
Goodness. Badness.
I guess we'll see.
Ask any crowdfund, any real crowdfund. It don't matter if you fund by an inch or a mile. Winning's winning.
Is that a Fast and the Furious joke?
What do you say to that?
I can respect that.
This is a winning.
All right, so Ryan, Dwight, and Dan did a great presentation. I'm already sold. I was already sold based on like the idea, right? How many other people are going to be sold on this? That is the true question that I can't fully answer. All right, let's just jump to it. Let's go look at some pictures. Okay. All right, here we are. So it's already got 767 backers. That's a good start. I really want that Robbie Reyes civilian figure. So if you're thinking about doing this, just back it now in the next week so that I can get that figure. Do it for me. Do it for me. Because I'm championing this. Okay, so 45 days, $349.99. I feel like it should have been 300. I'm a little nervous at 350. They're feeling pretty confident, but I'm a little nervous at 350. Not so much that we're not going to make it. I think 9,000 is a doable goal at that price. It's just, are we going to make it in a week for Robbie, and are we going to make all the stretch goals? Silhouettes for the tiers. Oh, they didn't put a number of silhouettes. They just put one. Robbie on the car. It looks like he can balance decently. Would I have liked a clip-on stand? Probably. Is the car flat enough to make it work? Yeah, that's honestly fine. I do like the fire effects. I'm glad that they're not doing any fire effects as tiers. I think they looked at the Rancor, where the Rancor's accessories were the tiers, and not actual, like, additional extras that would strive. Like, nobody was looking at the Rancor, and they said, oh, the second tier is bones. No one was backing for bones, okay? That could be a fun hashtag, but... and no one was backing for bones. I think with this, if the first tier is Blackheart, if this doesn't go fast, I hope they reveal it within the first week if this is going slow. Just throw Blackheart out there. I know there's a bunch of people that want Blackheart. I know that there's people that will probably buy this for the tiers and then sell off the car. Looking at Robbie, looking at the sculpting is great. One thing I kind of wish, but I'm not really sure how it could be done, is if the chain was swappable between the different tools. Like, you have the chain tool, obviously, but then you could, like, swap it into others. That's probably my only, like, thing. But, again, I don't know how I would do that, so I really can't complain. Don't complain about a problem unless you got a solution. Let's make these photos bigger. Yeah, no, he looks good. Again, they're talking about the accessory loadout, and it is pretty fully featured. Like, if this thing only makes the base goal, which I'm pretty sure at least will do that, because Marvel Legends is just too popular. If it makes at least the base goal, we're still getting, like, a fully decked out car. So I'm happy about that. I'm happy that it's not like Star Saber, where, like, the cannon or the it's not licensed Dodge, because it is supposed to be a Dodge Charger, like a 69, I think. I know that's the car they used on Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. Which I threw out the idea, like, they could put an Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. Ghost Rider in here. Probably not happening. Probably due to Marvel Studios, Marvel TV stuff. But looking at, the car, it doesn't seem to be licensed Dodge, but that's fine. It has the Dodge feel. It doesn't need the license. The license probably would have jacked the car price up more. Anytime someone's like, oh, it's not licensed, the license will make it more expensive. Or it'd be like Bumblebee, where you can only sell it at Walmart and Target. Looking at the headrest, it looks like the top, like, square part is what's lighting up. That's pretty clean. That probably blends in really well. My only concern with that is that, like, yeah, when it's not lit up, it's just going to look like a giant orange flare block. But if they got the grill lighting up orange, then, yeah, they'll probably do the same thing for the headrest. Robbie looks great. I don't really have any complaints or critiques here. I'm very excited. I've wanted Robbie Reyes and his car since as long as I've been collecting Marvel Legends, practically, which has been since, like, 2013, 2014. When did I start? I started 2013, I think. It was like when Infinite series started. I've been in since then. And then Robbie Reyes debuted in 2014. So I've wanted him pretty much since he made his comic debut. And I thought when Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. happened that he might have gotten it then. But it hasn't happened. And I think my most wanted Marvel Legends list recently, I was like, I don't even need the car. I just want the figure. We're getting the car. I'm happy. I'm getting the whole package here. I might be able to put something in that trunk. I really want to put a body in the trunk. Like, that's not a morbid thing. It's just, I don't know. It's a Ghost Rider thing. Can we squeeze the hood in there? Can we can at least put, like, Rocket Raccoon or Howard the Duck in there. Be like, you guys go in here because you don't have leg articulation. Yeah, part of me is like, I want Howard the Duck's Marvel Legends figure, even if it's the MCU one, but I also don't want to pay $25 for a figure that has no leg articulation. Standard shipping and handling included for Pulse Premium members. So this is a stupid thing I wanted to talk about. With previous Haslabs, prior to the Hiss tank, you had free shipping because everything was over $50 on Pulse. They took that away, probably because of rising shipping costs. They should have just bumped it up to like $100. In general, I think you should have had that you get free shipping if you're buying a Haslab. All right, these things are expensive enough. They're already like the Hiss tank was $300, and I had to pay $25 in shipping. I will be honest, I paid for Pulse Premium, even though I don't like the idea of Pulse Premium. Here, spend $50. Yeah, you get free shipping on what ends up being the slowest website to get stuff, and you get early access to stuff that should just be available for everybody. I'm not a fan. I'm absolutely not a fan of Pulse Premium. I paid for it because I'm like, this car is going to cost me a chunk of money, and there's Serpentors coming up. So I was like, all right, I'm just going to do it because I know the shipping. Because I had to pay shipping on the Hiss tank and I didn't like that. They should change that. They really need to have free shipping on Haslabs because you're already spending like $300, 300 plus. Early bird offering, 9,000 gackers. If the campaign does not reach it, the Robbie Reyes human form will not go through. Please get me my Robbie Reyes human form fandom. I see Marvel Legends fandom just drop money on stuff like Venom with giant wings. So I'm like, back the car. I don't know if I'm going to go to Twitter and start just like promoting this thing a lot, but I might be. Marvel Legends' most premium vehicle yet? Yeah, because they've never tried anything more than a motorcycle before. Am I right? Yeah. And we don't count Professor X's hover chair. These are all pictures. All right. Just I like this. Double the display compatibility. I think that's a good way to promote it. And I'm like, yeah, get us the Robbie Reyes figure. Hey, it's over 1,000. It's at 1,089. I'm going to be like probably like 1,500 because I got to get all this ordered. But although that's Mephisto, that's not Blackheart. I just noticed the cape part. I saw the hair and was like, maybe Blackheart. No, that looks like Mephisto. All right, I was wrong about Blackheart. Blackheart could still be one of them. All right, so Mephisto, they said it doesn't necessarily tie into Robbie Reyes. Mephisto is typically a Johnny Blaze kind of connection. Johnny Blaze made a contract with Mephisto. That's how he got his powers. Robbie got it through the spirit of his evil uncle Eli Morrow. I'm like, all right, there's your Ghost Rider tie-in. How many people who were kept theorizing that Mephisto was showing up in every Disney Plus show actually wants a figure? It's going to cost you $350 and you get a rad car and a Ghost Rider with it. And if you do it in the next week, I get a bonus figure that I really want, and you may get a bonus figure you really want. And I think I'm starting to ramble. This is going pretty quick. We're already at 1,137 backers. It already has more backers, I think, than the Riva lightsaber. God, Star Wars Black Series does not know how to do a Haslab. Like, this feels like something people have been asking for, whereas the Black Series stuff has never been able to land. If you did enjoy this, thank you for watching. Hit the like button. Leave a comment down below. Tell me your thoughts on this. Don't get inflammatory in the comments. Like, let's not argue about this. Like, I'm going to just back this as soon as I'm done recording. But if you think it's too much, if you think they're price gouging, tell me. But don't get accusatory of it. The thing I've had some issues in comments on quote-unquote controversial topics. The Sentai DVD comments have gotten a little out of hand. I've had to start to police them. I don't like people fighting in the comments because there's no reason to be fighting over stuff like toys or DVDs. This is supposed to be the fun stuff. You can express your opinion without like tearing down somebody else's. So someone's like, oh, I'm really excited for this. This looks great. I can't wait to buy it. And then your response is, I think it's too much. You shouldn't be like this. This is terrible. Then that's just creating negativity where it doesn't need to be. If you don't think it's worth the money, don't buy it. If you don't like this and you wanted another Haslab campaign, wait a year. They're doing these annually. If you wanted Fing Fang Foom, he's probably happening at some point. If you wanted a Fantasticar and X-Jet, there's going to be more Haslabs. Like, they're too successful at the moment to stop doing them. They've got these probably planned years in advance. So what my point is that this is fun stuff. I'm super excited for this, and I can't wait to get it. And yeah, don't come into the comments going, you're dumb for liking this, all right? Tell me what you think. Tell me what you think without telling me why others or myself are wrong about what we think. This is toys. This is action figures. We don't need to start fights over it. I don't know why I'm on the soapbox. I'm going to get off of it. Subscribe, notification bell, big stuff coming, big October project. Hero Club, hero-club.com for Marvel news and more. And my Oscar graphic designer on Twitter at darkclaw643. And until next time, this is Soundout saying goodbye.